Bonsoir, good evening. Bienvenue à la séance du conseil municipal de Montréal-Ouest du 10 novembre 2025. Welcome to the Montreal-Ouest Town Council meeting of November 10, 2025. Je m'appelle Jonathan Shaw, je suis le nouveau maire de Montréal-Ouest. My name is Jonathan Shaw and I am the new mayor of Montreal-Ouest. J'aurais besoin d'une proposition pour l'ouverture de la séance.
Je propose d'ouvrir la séance.
Je seconde.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
Oui.
Adoption de l'ordre du jour.
Je propose d'adopter l'ordre du jour de la séance ordinaire du lundi 10 novembre 2025, tel que modifié en reportant le point 10C, Modification to the Recreation and Sports Center Fundraising Campaign, Donor Relations Program and Guidelines.
J'aurais besoin d'un secondaire.
Oui, je l'appuie, Monsieur le maire.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
Approbation des procès-verbaux.
Je propose d'approuver le procès verbal de la séance ordinaire du Conseil tenue le 29 septembre 2025.
Je le seconde.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
Report of the Mayor. J'aimerais commencer en remerciant tous les citoyens ayant exercé leur droit de vote. Avec 54% de taux de participation, notre municipalité figure parmi celles ayant eu le plus haut taux de participation de la dernière élection au Québec. Je vous remercie grandement pour la confiance que vous m'avez accordée et c'est un honneur d'être le 26e maire de l'histoire de Montréal-Ouest. I would like to begin by thanking all the citizens who exercised their right to vote. With a 54% voter turnout, our municipality has one of the highest turnouts rate in the last election in Quebec. I thank you very much for the trust you have placed in me, and it is an honor to be the 26th mayor in the history of Montreal-Ouest. Je veux remercier le maire sortant Benny Massala pour 2 décennies de service à la communauté, de même que les conseillères sortantes dévouées Colin Feeney, Elizabeth Yulin et Maria Torres. Vos contributions respectives ont contribué à façonner et préserver le caractère unique de notre communauté et nous vous en sommes très reconnaissants. Nous ferons tout en notre possible pour être à la hauteur de votre contribution. I want to thank outgoing Mayor Benny Massala for 2 decades of service to the community, as well as dedicated ongoing councilors Colin Feeney, Elizabeth Yulin, and Maria Torres. Your respective contributions have helped shape and preserve the unique character of our community, and we are grateful. We will do everything we can to live up to your contributions. Je remercie également Franco Forlini, Kevin Aladdin, Giovanni D'Amico, Cheyenne Chaffé et Victor Gonzalez. Il faut beaucoup de courage et d'engagement pour se présenter aux élections et on ne saurait les saluer suffisamment pour leur contribution à notre démocratie locale. I also thank Franco Forlini, Kevin Aladdin, Giovanni D'Amico, Cheyenne Chaffé, and Victor Gonzalez. It takes a great deal of courage and commitment to run for office, and we cannot commend them enough for their contribution to our local democracy. J'aimerais enfin féliciter les 4 conseillers élus, Lauren Small-Pennefather, Martha Slocum, Nicolas Tassé et Philippe Bergeron. Bravo pour votre élection. Je suis privilégié et très heureux de travailler avec vous et j'ai pleine confiance en notre nouveau conseil. Finally, I would like to congratulate the 4 newly elected councillors, Lauren Small-Pennefather, Martha Slocum, Nicolas Tassé, and Philippe Bergeron. Congratulations on your election. I am privileged and very happy to work with you, and I have complete confidence in our new town council. So, la première semaine de mon mandat de maire fut assez intense, comme vous pouvez vous l'imaginer. Le rythme effréné de la campagne électorale a fait place à des centaines de messages de félicitations, de poignées de main, d'échanges et de remerciements. Merci à tous les citoyens pour l'accueil, les salutations chaleureuses et l'appui dans mes nouvelles fonctions de maire. The first week of my term as mayor was quite intense, as you can imagine. The frenetic pace of the election campaign gave way to hundreds of congratulatory messages, handshakes, conversations, and expression of gratitude. Thank you to all the citizens for the warm welcome, greetings, and support in my new role as mayor. Le début de la semaine a été caractérisé par de nombreuses entrevues avec les principaux médias montréalais sur les résultats de l'élection et ma vision pour les prochaines années. Plusieurs rencontres et séances de travail, de formation et d'intégration ont eu lieu avec la directrice générale et les membres du conseil municipal. The beginning of the week was marked by numerous interviews with major Montreal media regarding the election result and my vision for the coming years. Several meetings and working session, training session, and integration activities took place with the general manager and members of the City Council. J'ai assisté au 3e rendez-vous de l'Office de participation publique de Longueuil sur l'implication des citoyens dans les processus de la ville et j'ai l'occasion d'avoir une première discussion avec la mairesse réélue de Longueuil, Catherine Fournier. I attended the 3rd rendezvous of the Office of Public Participation of Longueuil on citizens' involvement, where I had the opportunity to have a first discussion with the re-elected mayor of Longueuil, Catherine Fournier. J'ai également eu une première discussion très prometteuse avec le nouveau maire de Côte-Saint-Luc, David Torgman. Nous avons déjà convenu de travailler conjointement sur certains dossiers, dont la question de la circulation automobile. Enfin, dimanche, j'ai eu le privilège de présider la cérémonie du jour du souvenir et lundi, juste avant le début de la séance du conseil, nous avons procédé à la sermentation des élus devant le public. I also had a very promising initial discussion with the new mayor of Côte-Saint-Luc, David Torgman. We already agreed to work together on certain issues, including traffic management. Finally, on Sunday, I had the privilege of presiding over the Remembrance Day ceremony, and on today, before the start of the council meeting, we swore in the elected officials in front of the public. Dans les prochaines semaines, les élus se familiariseront avec les principaux dossiers de la ville, amorceront la planification stratégique et les discussions sur le budget et la priorisation des projets. Nous déterminerons les portfolios et le fonctionnement des conseils. Comme vous pouvez le constater, la transition est bien enclenchée et le travail déjà bien amorcé. Merci beaucoup. In the coming weeks, elected officials will familiarize themselves with the city's key files, begin strategic planning, and start discussion on the budget and project prioritization. We will define the portfolios and operating procedures of the council. As you can see, the transition and the work are already well underway. Thank you very much. I would now like to hear the reports from the different councillors, starting with seat number 1, Lawrence Small-Pennefather.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Je tiens à remercier les résidents de Montréal-Ouest de m'avoir réélu au conseil municipal. Je m'engage fermement à continuer de servir avec intégrité et à l'exercer une influence positive. Après 4 ans, je ne suis plus une novice. I want to thank the residents of Montreal-West who re-elected me as a municipal councillor. I promise to serve with integrity and exercise a positive influence. After 4 years, I'm not a rookie anymore. One of the most rewarding parts of being a municipal councillor is supporting our youth. I'm very proud to have been invited to speak with outgoing women councillors at the Women McGillen House, which supports women in politics and the new generation of women coming up the ranks. When women are in house, we rise. I will continue to support our new council with Mayor Cha, Martha Slocum, Nicolas Tassé, Philippe Bergeron, as we move towards a strategic plan for the town unifying all regions of the town. Thank you to my family, the incredible staff at Town Hall, and all of our services. I also want to give a heartfelt thanks to Mayor Masella, Councillors Feeney, Yulin, and Torres for their commitment to this community and for their service. I also want to congratulate Cheyenne Shafai, Victor Gonzalez, Kevin Aladdin, Giovanni D'Amico, and Franco Forlini for also committing to a democratic process. Here's congratulations to the class of Montreal-West, Council 2025-2029. Merci. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. Reporting from seat 2, Martha Slocum.
Good evening, everyone. I am truly honored to have the opportunity to serve on Montreal-West Town Council. Je tiens à remercier sincèrement tous les résidents pour leur confiance et leur appui. Votre engagement envers notre communauté est ce qui rend Montréal-Ouest si spécial. I also want to acknowledge the dedication and hard work of our outgoing council members. Thank you for your service. It has paved the way for us to continue building on the strong foundation you've laid. En regardant vers l'avenir, je suis impatiente de collaborer avec mes collègues conseillers et le maire pour relever ensemble les défis qui nous attendent et saisir les occasions qui se présentent. I'm committed to listening, learning, and working with all of you to make Montreal-West an even stronger, more vibrant, and welcoming community. Ensemble, nous pouvons continuer à rendre notre ville un endroit où il fait bon vivre, travailler et se ressembler. Merci beaucoup et je me réjouis de ce que nous allons accomplir ensemble. Let's make this next chapter one we can all be proud of.
Merci beaucoup, Martha. Reporting from seat 3, Nicolas Tassé.
Hello, everyone. I'd just like to thank all the citizens of Montreal-West for the confidence you've placed in me. Being acclaimed to council is both an honor and a privilege. Though there was no challenger to my seat, I don't take the trust put in me for granted. I will work diligently day to day to best serve our community. Being a business owner and neighbor, I see the challenges and opportunities firsthand, and I look forward to getting to work with my new colleagues along this table and with all of you to make sure Montreal-West remains a welcoming, vibrant, and sustainable place to live. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Nicolas. Reporting from seat 4, Philippe Bergeron.
Dear neighbors of Montreal-West, I'm truly grateful for the trust you've placed in me to serve as your counselor number 4. Thank you to everyone who supported me, whether you voted, volunteered, offered advice, or simply shared a kind word during the campaign. Every bit of encouragement helped me push through the campaign. Au cours du mois dernier, j'ai eu tellement de bonnes conversations avec plusieurs de vous. Ce que j'ai entendu encore et encore, c'est à quel point nous nous soucions de notre ville, son charme, sa sécurité et surtout son sens de la communauté. Cet amour partagé pour Montréal-Ouest est ce qui rend cet endroit incroyable. I also want to thank my wife, Courtney, my kids, Clara and Emily, my parents, my extended family, and my friends for all their support, energy, patience, and belief in this journey. I couldn't have done it without you. Now the real work begins, listening, learning, and working together to keep Montreal-West strong, inclusive, and forward-looking. I'm here to serve you. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Philippe. Nous en sommes maintenant rendus à la première période de questions publiques. So this is the time now for the first public question period. Je vais juste rappeler les règles. Donc, lors de notre première période de questions, nous répondrons aux questions de la salle pendant un maximum de 25 minutes. Nous le limiterons à 2 questions par personne, un court préambule, votre première question et une question de suivi si vous le souhaitez. Je vous rappelle que cette période est une période de questions et non une période de débat. Après les questions de la salle, nous répondrons aux questions des résidents qui avaient été soumises en ligne jusqu'à 14 heures aujourd'hui sur n'importe quel sujet. Les mêmes règles s'appliquent, 25 minutes au total et 2 questions par personne maximum. Lors de la deuxième période de questions, nous répondrons aux questions relatives à l'ordre du jour soumises via notre site Internet lors de cette réunion. Nous les limiterons à 10 minutes depuis la salle et 10 minutes pour la version en ligne. At our first question period, we will answer questions from the floor for a maximum of 25 minutes. We will limit it to 2 questions per person, a short preamble, your first question, and a follow-up question if you want. And I'll remind you that this is a question period and not a debate period. After the question on the floor, we will answer questions from residents that have been submitted online until 2 p.m. today on any topic. The same rule applies, 25 minutes total and 2 questions per person maximum. In the second question period, we will take questions pertaining to the agenda submitted via our website during the meeting. We will limit it to 10 minutes from the floor and 10 minutes for online. Donc, vous pouvez vous présenter au micro si vous avez des questions. You can go to the microphone if you have any questions. Remember to tell your name and your address. Donc, je vous rappelle de mentionner votre nom et votre adresse.
Hi, Joanna Dewey, 232 Percival. Congratulations to you all. I wasn't planning on asking a question, but I did just want to see if you had any more information about what happened last week at the tracks. I saw something posted on Facebook that a car had been stopped and they had to stop a train. I just wondered if anyone had any more information about it.
No, I heard that there was a car stuck on the track or close to the track, and that was managed and removed with a certain time, but no more information for now.
Okay. Good.
Okay. Thank you.
Hi, Mark Lieberg, 61 Nelson. I'm sure you're all familiar with the traffic study the town had initiated for Westminster. I had a problem with it when it was first presented, and I don't know if I assume you're all familiar with it or you've looked at it. I'm not sure what the next steps are. I think you put it out for tenders for it. My problem with that study was the removal of 2 stop signs, which I felt was more in tune to keep traffic moving freely across the tracks rather than pedestrian safety. So I hope you'll take a look at that and consider how wise it is to remove 2 stop signs from Westminster. That's all.
Well, thank you for your question. We will go forward with the pilot project, but we will still look at the proposal, and if there's some adjustment to do before we implement the pilot project, we'll do so.
Great,
absolutely. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Victor Gonzalez. I just wanted to, it's not actually a question, I just wanted to come and congratulate the new council and the new mayor on your election, and look forward to your work and wishing you all the best over the next 4 years as you start your new mandate. Thank you. Have a good evening.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gonzalez.
Hello. Louise Chenevert, 61 Northview. I want to congratulate all of you for your election. And I'm also the representative of the Hydro Corridor, and I invited some of you to come visit the corridor. Lauren, small Pennefather, did. Tonight I'm not only inviting you, but I'm requesting you to come and visit the corridor, and so I can share the insights, the biodiversity studies that have been going on, and the importance of the corridor locally, but also regionally, because it's connected to the aqueduct all the way to La Saragué. It's an 18-kilometer corridor for hydro. It's going to be modernisé. Le réseau va être modernisé. So I think the new council should be more familiar with what's going on up there, and just to see the beauty and the biodiversity that exists. I know it's a different time of year, but we can still point out things, and like if you can come for a walk in the near future, it would be appreciated. Thank you.
Merci beaucoup, Madame Chenevert. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for the invitation. We'll make sure that in the next few months, all the council go out there and walk on the corridor. Absolutely. Thank you.
Hi, Marissa Cesari, 416 Hudson. First of all, I want to really congratulate everybody there. You really deserve it, and it was a I love your campaign. So again, congratulations, everybody. I have two, I don't know if they're questions, remarks. I've been working very closely with Lauren, thank you very much, on the, because I live on Hudson, corner of Radcliffe, and there's Edinburgh Elementary School. And I've been quite concerned over the years, roughly 6.5 to 7 years, cars speeding, not stopping. I've got many videos and pictures that I've sent in, and I know that studies were done. So I'm looking forward to seeing, what will be done, either a speed bump or signs that there's a school, because there's no signs of 30 kilometers an hour, nothing. So I'm just hoping, and I'm confident, and I've been working very closely with Lauren, so thank you so much. The other question is trees, maintenance of trees or lack thereof. We've got 2 huge city trees on our property, and we also had a damage to our truck. A branch fell a few years ago, which I was pleased that I didn't have to use my insurance to cover it. It was the city that paid for the damage, almost $4,000. And I keep the last maybe 4 or 5 months to the outgoing council member. I had many questions, which I've been ping-ponged back and forth in regards to who I should call, who I should contact, Hydro, the city, and I just would like a resolution, or at least someone to look into it. I thank you.
Thank you very much. Lauren, you want to answer
Sure.
the first one?
So thank you, Mrs. Azari, for coming this evening, and we've had quite a few exchanges.
Yes.
So I do have my list carry forward that's on there with regards to some of the safety measures, and with regards to, we've just been discussing trees, and maybe the mayor has some additional information as well, but we're definitely going through how the trees have been monitored and the reports that are coming, and how we're going to be dealing with some of the trees that are problematic, but the mayor may have some additional comments as well.
No, I think we'll have to make sure that we follow up on your subject, but I think that the tree management in all city is something that we want to look at and make sure that we have a global and more realistic vision on how we deal with the trees, and what Hydro-Quebec does.
Perfect.
Compared to what the city, the town of Montreal-Ouest can do. So absolutely, I think that's a good question, and make sure
Thank
you
you
look
very
into
much. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bonsoir, Désirée McGraw. Je suis résidente de longue date de Montréal-Ouest. Je suis aussi la députée qui représente Notre-Dame-de-Grâce et qui inclut Montréal-Ouest, la circonscription. I just wanted to add my voice to the many residents to congratulate all of you on your election, or in the case of Lauren, re-election. I also wanted to just say, so no hard-hitting questions tonight as you're just getting settled in, but I also wanted to just let everyone know that tomorrow at the National Assembly, I'll be very proud to be hosting the outgoing council of Montreal-West, including former Mayor Masala, and Lauren will be there as well with her colleagues, but the outgoing council members, so Elizabeth Ulin and Colleen Feeney and Maria Torres, to do a formal declaration at the National Assembly to honor the outgoing council for their long-standing service, which together, if you combine all their years, is over 50 years of service to our community. So I just wanted to let the council know that I know there'll be many opportunities to honor the outgoing council for their long-standing and hard work, but I'm very proud to be hosting them tomorrow, and I thank you, Lauren, for coming as well. So just wanted to let everyone know that, and best of luck with your mandate, and you can count on the full support of myself and my team. We are, if not here on person Monday nights, because usually I'm making my way to Quebec City, we are watching online. So bonne chance, bonne continuation. Merci.
Excellent. Merci beaucoup, Madame McGrath, and thank you so much for the initiative. Yeah. On serait prêt maintenant à passer à la période de questions en ligne. Pour la période de questions en ligne, je vais inviter la conseillère Small Pennefeller à lire en fait les différentes questions et je vais y répondre. So, Councillor Lauren Small Pennefeller will read the different questions and I'll answer them.
OK. C'est bon, merci, Monsieur le maire. On a à peu près une douzaine de questions ce soir en ligne. Kevin Dewick, I apologize si j'ai mal prononcé votre nom de famille. Toutes mes félicitations au nouveau maire et son équipe. Bienvenue à vous et bonne chance. Quand pensez-vous prendre des décisions concernant l'obtention de permis de construire de nouvelles régulations que vous souhaitez mettre en place et enfin présenter le nouveau plan à cet effet aux habitants de la ville? D'avance, merci pour votre action en faveur des citoyens de Mo-West.
Merci, M. Dewick, pour la question. Donc, nous sommes actuellement en période d'intégration et amorçons la planification stratégique dans les prochains jours. Dans les prochains mois, nous établirons nos projets prioritaires et nos priorités budgétaires. Nous communiquerons avec vous dans un rapport subséquent au début de l'année 2026. Une chose est certaine, ce sujet sera abordé en priorité et l'ensemble du Conseil est déterminé à traiter et trouver des solutions sur ce sujet. Merci beaucoup.
Deuxième question comes from Jennifer Melnick, 140 Avenue Ballantyne South. I'd like to say congratulations to the new mayor and council members. My question is about how much was passed to the new council. Is there a list of concerns from residents that have been relayed? Example, I have had several questions about small projects needing attention over the past couple years, and the response is that we were waiting to do them for one reason or another. Are you aware of a to-do list or requests, or are we starting from zero again, and should we resend questions? Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Milnick. We are beginning a new term, and there will be a transition process. We will make the necessary arrangement and take the necessary steps to ensure the smooth processing of ongoing files. Once portfolios are assigned, councillors will contact the outgoing councillors to facilitate the handover. For all files submitted through the online form, the town will continue its normal processing. We encourage you to use the online service every day. Thank you.
Next question is Harold Knowles, 256 Avenue Percival. Will the new Montreal-West administration be meeting with the new City of Montreal administration sometime soon? If so, will the Cavendish extension be on the agenda? Who is now the representative mayor who speaks for all non-merged Montreal Island mayors now that Benny Masala has not been voted in for a new term?
Thank you, Mr. Knowles. Yes, the intention, of course, is to meet with the mayor of Montreal as soon as it's possible. The Cavendish extension will certainly be on the agenda also. Regarding the second question, Benny Masala has not been a representative of the Association of Suburban Municipalities for some time. This position was held by the mayor of Senneville and the mayor of Dollard-des-Ormeaux. Following the election, the Association of Suburban Municipalities will fill the presidency soon. So, thank you.
The next question is from Norbert Beducha, 457 Wolseley North. First, I'd like to congratulate the town's new mayor and council. Mo-West has been on life support for years, dependent of grants and subsidies to meet its most basic responsibilities. When will there be a forensic audit conducted, and what verifiable actions will be taken to address the fiscal shortfalls of the town? An overwhelming number of Mo-Westers north of the Hump Bridge and south of Avon feel completely ignored by council. What concrete actions will be taken for them to both be heard and have a voice in council?
Thank you, Mr. Bedusha. We are required to have annual audits conducted by a third party. We will review the financial statement, prepare the budget for January, and establish priorities of action in the coming months. We have elected representatives from all sectors of the town, including the north and the south. Decisions are not based on geography, but in the general public interest, and we will ensure fairness in all our decisions.
Next question is from Kevin McDonald, 28 Fairfield. Since October 28th, my neighbors and I have experienced a powerful high-mounted light behind the new recreation center. They have been turned on every afternoon and left on throughout the evening. The highly intrusive bright light that floods our bedrooms, living rooms, kitchens, and other living spaces, seemingly for no good reason. We respectfully request that these lights be turned off and only activated when absolutely necessary. Can we reasonably expect this request to be addressed within the next 2 days? Our DG Rafael Destasio was already emailed concerning this. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Mr. McDonald. Our staff are aware of your requests and are working on a solution. The lighting serves both functional needs and vandalism prevention. Some of the towers are removable and will be repositioned, so we are monitoring the situation daily.
Karen Donnelly, 195 Wolseley North. My question relates to plans for Westminster. The mayor stated in the Informer that a key element of his platform was the revision of zoning to help diversify commercial offerings on Westminster. What aspects of the zoning might be revised, and what new kinds of commercial offerings would be considered for Westminster?
Thank you, Mrs. Donnelly. The goal here is to review the density in the commercial portion of Westminster and assess the possibility of adding a bar use. We also want to re-establish the relationship between the town and the Merchant Association to get their input in the process.
The next question is from Joanne Bailey. From 36 Campbell Avenue, would the new council reconsider the name change for Davies Park given the haste and lack of public input by the previous administration? There are also concerns the laws governing the name change were not respected.
Thank you, Mrs. Bailey. The town of Montreal-Ouest has chosen to make this change. This name change, effective in public space, cannot, however, be recognized by the Quebec Toponymy Commission because it doesn't meet the criteria of being posthumous and waiting at least 1 year after the person's death. Several people have raised questions in this regard. In the short term, we will not intervene on this matter, but we will undertake a broader reflection on the commemoration in the town.
Andy Malepsky, 321 Brock North. The town website states the contractor for the Easton Building project will occupy the east sidewalk and parking lane on Westminster, as well as the north sidewalk and westbound lane on Avon to carry out sidewalk reconstruction. When will the contractor finish the sidewalk, and when will the town pave the road surrounding the Easton Building? The construction started over 4 years, disrupting cars and pedestrians. It's enough.
Thank you, Mr. Malolepsky. The sidewalks are finished. The paving of the narrow strip and the second layer of paving on Westminster are the responsibility of the property owner. So the town is awaiting the completion schedule.
Next question is from Sylvia Gervais, 222 Avenue Westminster North. No question, just thank you for the commitment. I am certain you will all be great. Things will move forward, and surely but surely. Let's hope some complainers will calm down. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Mrs. Gervais.
Okay. Next question, Patrick Guest, 342 Valentine Avenue North. Congratulations to Jonathan and all the newly elected councillors. When is the current PAC membership slated to change over?
Thank you very much for your question. In the short term, there are no changes other than my resignation and that of Maria Torres. We will revise the PAC bylaws and appointment procedures for members in 2026. Currently, terms are 2 years, renewable. Bylaw 2005-004 is available on our website in the municipal bylaws section if you want to have a look at it.
Okay, next question is from Brian Benedetti, 22 Brock South. Of all the promises made during the election campaign, what would be the top 3 priorities from this council in the first year of your mandate? How are you planning to control costs of operating the new arena, particularly labor?
Thank you, Mr. Benedetti. We are just beginning our strategic planning and budget work. We want to ensure we take the time to make informed decisions. We will get back to you very soon. Regarding the rec center, this is also part of the same approach. We will ensure sound cost management in our strategic planning.
Okay, the next 2 questions are related questions for Mr. Jim Mulally at 112 Broughton Avenue. At the last council meeting, I was informed that some of the claims submitted for damages caused by the flooding on July 13th, 2023 was resubmitted to Montreal. Why are these claims being submitted to Montreal? Was my claim submitted to Montreal? After this response from the last meeting, I used the city website to ask these questions and got no response. I also sent an email directly to former Mayor Masala and also got no response. I received no communication from the city regarding this claim for almost 2.5 years. We'll do the second question after the first.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Mulally, for your question. So the communication during the last council meeting concerned the water main break of July 14 and not the flood of July 13, just for the precision.
Okay, and Mr. Mulally, your second question is also regarded the same thing on July 13th regarding your claim for flooding damages. I've previously submitted questions this way and frequently no response. This has also been mentioned by others during the question period at the monthly council meetings. Often this results in the questions having been submitted at the council meeting that could have been avoided and wasting time for both parties. Is the website not being monitored and routed to the relevant party to respond?
Again, thank you for your question. Yes, the site is monitored, and it remains the best communication channel. There might have been a tracking error here, but it remains the correct channel for any citizen's request.
Mr. Peter Cooney, 101 Brock South. I have sent numerous emails regarding the massive tree in our front yard that is extremely dangerous at this point. We never have any responses to these emails and phone calls. This tree has had large limbs break off onto the street and sidewalk. Before a major disaster happens, such as an injury to a person or damage to a car, please respond so that we can at least know that something is being done.
Thank you, Mr. Cooney. There have been several exchanges between yourself and our services. We will ensure follow-up with the appropriate department.
Next question is from Adam Levy. Hi, Council. For many years, I asked about the city's contribution to the holiday train, but the answer is often unclear and vague. Could you please share the proposed budget for this year and any expected revenue or benefits for the city? If no direct income is planned, might the new council consider initiatives to drive local business or tourism during the event? It's a wonderful family tradition that could also boost visibility and economic activity in Montreal-West. Let's showcase of Montreal-West community spirit and local businesses. Happy to help if needed for ideas. Best regards, Adam.
Thank you very much, Mr. Levy, for your question. This is a very important activity for the town. The town makes no financial contribution and deploys staff to coordinate and manage traffic, essentially. With our commitment to reestablish dialogue with the merchants on Westminster especially, we can collaborate to maximize the benefits of this activity for the next years.
We have, I think, 2 questions left. We're almost through the list. Sherry McGurnigan, 322 Westminster Avenue North. Dear members of council, first, congratulations to all members of the newly elected town council as you begin your term. I wish you every success and look forward to the work you'll do for our community. I'd like to raise 2 questions for your consideration. 1, there is an empty lot adjacent to 191-193 Brock South that has been left in poor condition for several years. My understanding is that was originally intended for a townhouse development, but no progress has been made. The property is unsightly and negatively impacts the surrounding area. Can the town require the owner to properly maintain the lot or compel them to follow through on the approved development plans? And 2, I've also noticed several properties where homeowners appear to have ignored or gone against town bylaws, for example, regarding fence height restrictions. Could you please clarify why these violations are not being enforced or whether there is a process to ensure compliance once such issues are identified? Thank you for your attention and for your service to the community.
Thank you, Mrs. McGurnigan. For your first question, yes, absolutely. We will forward this request to the inspection department. For the second question, we invite you to fill out the online form to inform the municipality. In such a situation, the town assesses compliance with the permits issued, and if these are not respected, the town has the authority to send a notice, followed, if necessary, by a notice of demand and a fine. If the town or citizens observe anything problematic, we will intervene promptly.
And the last question is for Mr. Asher Waldman, 167 Brock North. During the last few years, Brock North has been paved only from Sherbrooke to Curzon and from Fielding to Northview. Would the new council prioritize the paving the center part of Brock North from Curzon to Fielding instead of patching it every year?
Thank you, Mr. Walden. We are aware of the situation and the reality of this specific street. We have a plan to replace the pipes in the town, which will be re-evaluated. We will study the infrastructure to gain a comprehensive understanding and make decisions according to this. Thank you very much.
Good job on your first marathon, Monsieur le Maire.
Well, thank you, Lauren, for asking all the questions. Okay, so we'll be now moving to point 9, contracts and town clerk's office. Le point A, calendrier des séances ordinaires du conseil 2026, the calendar of the sessions of the council for 2026.
Je propose que les séances ordinaires du conseil municipal en 2026 aient lieu le dernier lundi des mois suivants aux dates indiquées à 20h en la salle de musique de l'hôtel de ville, excepté en décembre, que ce soit le 3e lundi, le 26 janvier, le 23 février, le 30 mars, le 27 avril, le 25 mai, le 29 juin, 31 août, 28 septembre, 26 octobre, 30 novembre, 21 décembre, et que ce soit publié dans le journal The Suburban.
Je seconde.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
Agglomeration Council regular meetings.
Whereas the mayor requests that council give him general guidelines as regards the items on the agenda of upcoming regular agglomeration council meetings, including the approval of contracts identified as pertaining to agglomeration business, and with a view that these guidelines shall be in effect until council wishes to modify them or until the mayor requests that they be modified. Therefore, I move that the town's representative on the agglomeration council, Mayor Jonathan Cha, be instructed to represent the town's best interests in whatever manner he deems necessary, and in particular, without limitation, by inquiring as to whether the allocation of any costs to the agglomeration is legitimate, especially the allocation of costs between the agglomeration and the independent municipalities, and to vote for such allocations only if and to the extent that they may be so considered. That this resolution apply to any future regular meetings of the agglomeration council.
I second the motion.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Aye.
Yes.
Aye.
Association des municipalités de banlieue, AMB, Association of Suburban Municipalities.
Attendu que l'AMB regroupe les 15 municipalités reconstituées en 2006 sur le territoire de l'île de Montréal, attendu que la Ville de Montréal-Ouest en est membre et a le droit de participer à toutes les activités de l'AMB, de recevoir tout avis de convocation aux assemblées des membres, d'y assister par son représentant et d'y voter. En conséquence, je propose que le maire Jonathan Cha soit autorisé à représenter la Ville auprès de l'AMB.
Je seconde la motion, Monsieur le Maire.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Administration and Finance, signing officers.
Mr. Mayor, I move the following points. Number 1, that the Mayor, Jonathan Shaw, and the Treasurer, Valentina Maria Todoran, be authorized to sign jointly for and in the name of the Town of Montreal-West all checks and other documents in connection with town monies on deposit with RBC Groupe Financier, and if unable to obtain a mayor's signature, that the pro-mayor be authorized to sign in his stead, and if unable to obtain a treasurer's signature, that Raphael Di Stasio, Directeur Général, be authorized to sign in her stead. Number 2, that Valentina Maria Todoran, in her capacity as treasurer, and Claude Gilbert, in his capacity as town clerk, be authorized to sign jointly checks for employee salaries, and if unable to obtain the treasurer's or the town clerk's signature, that Rafael Di Stasio, in her capacity as Director General, be authorized to sign. Number 3, that Valentina Maria Todorin, in her capacity as treasurer or a representative authorized by her and the mayor, be authorized to recover from RBC Groupe Financier on her sole signature all canceled checks and canceled documents being property of the town of Montreal-Ouest. Number 4, that Valentina Maria Todorin be authorized in her capacity as treasurer to sign for the town of Montreal-Ouest all documents required by or for the Société de l'Assurance Automobile du Québec in the normal course of operations of the town, and if unable to obtain a treasurer's signature, that Claude Gilbert, in his capacity as town clerk, be authorized to sign the said documents. Number 5, that resolution number 2017-0529-019 be repealed.
I second the motion.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of disbursement, September 27 to November 7, 2025.
I move that the list of accounts payable from September 27th to November 7th, 2025, totaling $2,950,881.52, and payroll in the amount of $409,895.61, period 40 to 45, be approved and paid.
I second the motion, Mr. Mayor.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
Aye.
The point 10C has been deferred. Le point 10C a été reporté. Point 11, Urban Department. Site Planning Project and Architectural Integration Program, SPAIP.
I move 1, to acknowledge receipt of the minutes of a meeting held by the Planning Advisory Committee, PAC, on October 29th, 2025. To prove as presented under the SPAIP, the following plans submitted to this meeting in accordance with the recommendations of the PAC as outlined in the minutes. 12 Rennie, replacement of front door. 133 Brock North, replacement of front stairs and addition of a landing. 112 Northview, condemning of a regular door and replacement of a window by a patio door on the back facade. 36 Easton, replacement of a window on the back facade. 72 Crestwood, recapping the front stairs and landing with new pavers and replacement of railings. 157 Bedbrook, replacement of front stairs, landing, and railings. 105 Westminster North, replacement on the front stairs. 25 Rennie, replacement of 6 windows and the main door. 3, to approve with conditions under the SPAIP the following plans submitted to this meeting in accordance with recommendations of the PAC as outlined in the minutes. 49 Ronald, conversion of a garage into a basement apartment, replacement of 3 windows on the main facade because of splitting 2-bedroom apartments into 3-bedroom apartments. 4, to defer the examination of the following plans to the next meeting of this council in accordance with the recommendations of the PAC as outlined in the minutes. 163 Northview, replacement of roofing cladding material, and 7 Campbell, replacement of the front stairs, landing, and railings.
I second the motion.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Aye.
Point 12, Public Works, supply of road salt.
Whereas the City of Montreal issued a public call for tender for the purpose of awarding a supply contract for road salt for the winter season 2025-2026. Whereas this call for tender was conducted on behalf of the boroughs and reconstituted municipalities, including the town of Montreal-West. Therefore, I move, 1, that this supply contract be awarded to Compass Minerals Canada Corporation, being the lowest conforming bidder in the group, of which the town of Montreal-West is a member, on the basis of a price of $89 per metric ton, including delivery costs plus taxes. 2, that this expense be charged to budget code 02-330-00-629.
I second the motion.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Aye.
Mise au rencard de 6 véhicules.
Je propose que soit officialisée la mise hors service des véhicules identifiés dans la liste incluse en axe pour faire partie intégrante de la présente résolution.
Monsieur Maire, je seconde.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
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 Point 13, ressources humaines, Human Resource. Nomination permanente, préposée aux travaux et à la propreté.
Monsieur le maire, je propose que l'employé numéro 603 soit nommé préposé aux travaux et à la propreté, classe numéro 3, à titre permanent au service des loisirs et de la culture à compter du 11 novembre 2025.
Je l'appuie.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
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 Appointments, désignation du maire suppléant.
Je propose que la conseillère Pennefather soit nommée à titre de maire suppléant pour les mois de décembre 2025 et janvier, février et mars 2026, et que la conseillère Pennefather soit aussi désignée pour remplacer, au besoin, Monsieur le maire Jonathan Shaw au conseil d'agglomération et qu'une copie certifiée de la présente résolution soit transmise à ce propos, si nécessaire, au conseil d'agglomération, et que cette nomination prenne effet le 1er décembre 2025.
Monsieur le maire, je seconde.
Tous en faveur? All in favor?
Oui.
Point 15, deposit of documents, returning officers report, general election of 2025, the report of the returning officer of the town of Montréal-Ouest, Claude Gilbert, concerning the general election of November 2nd, 2025, was tabled with council. Déclaration d'intérêt pécuniaire des membres du conseil. Les membres du conseil ont déposé leur déclaration d'intérêt pécuniaire. Point 16. Notice of motion, reading and adoption of bylaws. Notice of motion and deposit of draft bylaw for a bylaw enacting a code of ethics and good conduct for elected municipal officers and replacing bylaw number 2022-002. The said bylaw in draft version was tabled with council and made available to the public. Point 17. Second public question period. Deuxième période de questions. Yes, Madame Chenevert.
Okay. So what I read from your profiles, you want to be more climate aware and be more proactive in the environment in this town, generally? Most of you, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Point 10B, you put your money in RBC. RBC is one of the most, the bank that invests the most in oil and gas. Would it be possible to move our money or our investments to another bank? Or using another bank for our transactions?
We can certainly have a look at that. Thank you for the comment and question.
Hi there. Joanna Dewey, excuse me, 232 Percival. I'm just wondering if you can give us an idea of whether there were changes made to the Code of Ethics and Good Conduct, or what the highlights of those might be, if you know, or is this something that was already drafted before you guys got elected?
Now it's the same content
Okay.
as the previous one.
Oh, okay.
So one will adopt the resolution. This is at the time when there will be some modification.
I see. Okay. So right now, this is the same one, and then you will make some changes to it in the future. Is that correct?
Yes. Sure. Yeah.
Thank you for your question. Really quickly, is each time we have an election, we have to re-adopt the same bylaw. This is an obligation following an election. So for now, we also have to submit a draft bylaw before adoption of any kind of bylaws now. So this is the draft we have on hand. and new council will be able to propose any modification prior the adoption of the final version of the bylaw will be submitted at another council. That's why it's the same version, but it's because we initiate the process right now. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for your question.
Hi, Angela Corinthios, 203 Bedbrook. First of all, congrats and thank you for doing this. I heard in the online, there was one of the people who asked about this, but same. So on Bedbrook, the lights from the building are terrible, and now the pool lights are up also. It floods into our house. One of my kids' rooms is in the front of the house. It's terrible, and it's so bad that it floods the backyard. The house is on the back of Percival, the huge linden tree in our backyard. And so when I go to sleep at night in the back of the yard, in the back of the house, it really does affect me. And I don't complain about too much, but the lights are really bad. So yeah, light pollution. And then the other thing is I mentioned this in the past, it's been a while, but for the field for the new rec center, the soccer field, if it can be grass over AstroTurf, the synthetic stuff. So I don't know if that, Mr. Masala said back then it was going to be grass, that was my understanding, but I don't know if in the years that have gone by, if we know, So the first question is about the lights, and I'm assuming it's a security reason, but at some point the lights in the building and outside, that they're off at night or lowered, at least for the, off for the pool, but lowered for inside the building, or their blinds or something that can be done for that. And then, for the other one, the question is, do we know what kind of surface will be?
Well, for your first question, thank you very much. I think it adds to the question that we already received, so we'll make sure that we have a look at it, because if there's one or two or several residents, that means that there are more than one that is affected by the situation, so we'll make sure that we find a...
And I don't know that person, so I was just...
Yeah, perfect. So thank you. So we'll make sure we'll find a solution in the really near future. As for the second question, personally, I didn't have time to look at this file. We will probably have this discussion in the next few days. Normal. Yeah. So normally it's regular grass that is supposed to be. It's good. Thank you.
Hi, Mark Lieberg, 61 Nelson. With the construction of the arena, we haven't been able to park on the street for 2 years now. So I want to know what the schedule is for the completion of the arena, and when we can expect the no parking signs to come down on Nelson.
For the first question, we're aiming at early 2026 for the opening of the rec center. We'll have more information in the upcoming weeks and month. As for the question on parking, your question is concerning parking on Bedbrook?
No, on Nelson. There's no parking signs for 2 years now. We can't park there for 2 years. So we're hoping that's going to come down soon, and we'd like to know when.
Yeah, after the works are completed.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Other questions from the room? We received one question online. This one, no? No? Okay. So no more question online. Alors, levée de la séance.
Monsieur le maire, je propose de lever la séance.
Je le seconde.
Tous en faveur, all in favor?
Oui.
Yes. Oui.
Excellent. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Thank you very much for coming tonight.